What do you wear on your feet when you're cleaning? This is an awesome question, and it's one I get asked a couple of times a day. So we're going to talk about that today. What do you wear on your feet when you're cleaning? Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. All right, today's show is brought to us by MyCleaningConnection.com, and on there, under the uniforms, I'm going to have a whole list of different products that we're going to discuss today. And they are shoes and they are shoe covers that you might wear when you're house cleaning. So we have a different section on there for uniforms, and that's where you'll find that information. MyCleaningConnection.com. All right, on to today's show, which is from a house cleaner who wants to know, what am I supposed to wear on my feet when I'm cleaning? And then she goes on to say, when I get inside one of those great big bathtubs, I have to take off my shoes, and then my stocking feet is inside the tub, and that's not very sanitary. And then when I get in the shower without my shoes, then my feet get wet, and that's not very sanitary either. What do I do? All right. So here's the answer to that question. And lots of house cleaners will argue they take their shoes off when they go into a customer's home because the customer does not wear shoes in their house. Yikes. All right, here's my personal philosophy on this. I've done a lot of research. I've trained a lot of house cleaners over the years. And here is my experience, tried and true, proven, tested. Here's what works best. So when you go into a customer's house, you need a really great pair of sneakers. I use a cross-training shoe that's used for marathons and triathlons. And the reason being is it has really great arch support and it has really great shock absorbers. Because if you're going to be standing on your feet all day and we are twisting and moving and lifting and reaching and dusting and vacuuming and all kinds of movement, which is not technically a sport, but there's a lot of movement and a lot of activity. That's going to be stress on your back, your neck, your shoulders, your knees, your butt, your quads, your entire body. And you need a good shoe support. So when you take your shoes off and you're using just stocking feet, that's not going to support you and certainly not going to support you for the long haul. So if you go to a customer's house and the customer does not want you to wear your shoes in the house, I completely understand. I know how that is. So what I've used is I use this product, which is a basic shoe cover. They use them in the medical profession. A lot of service providers that come to your home use them as well. It's simply a little boot cover. They're disposable. And you open it up. It's got elastic on the top of it. And it slides right over your shoe. Now on the bottom of it is this skid tread. And this skid tread will keep you from slipping on hardwood floors and ceramic tile and things like that. And so this is actually inside out. So you just turn it right inside out and you just pop that on top of your shoe, over your tennis shoe, over your athletic shoe. So that way you have the support to do your job and you're protecting the people's floors by not tracking stuff in from outside onto their floor. All right, another thing that's interesting about this is this. When you get inside the shower is going to be wet if you're washing the inside of it. And you don't want to get your shoe covers wet because then when you get out of the shower, now those shoe covers are wet. It's like standing on a wet rag and then tracking that all over their floor. And that can also track whatever was on the bottom of their shower all over their other floors. So here's the exception to the rule. When I get inside the shower to clean the shower, that's when I take the shoe cover off. So I'm wearing my tennis shoe or my athletic shoe all over the house with the shoe cover on. When I get inside the shower or the big bathtub, that's when I take the shoe cover off and now it's just my tennis shoe. Because my tennis shoe is going to have like a tread on it, so I'm not going to slip and fall while I'm doing that, and it's got rubber on the bottom of it. So if it gets wet, it's not going to hurt anything, it's not going to ruin my shoe. I can actually shower the whole inside of the shower with a handheld wand, and it might get the bottoms of my shoes wet, but I'm not going to get wet, and I'm not going to track that out. Now, when I go to dry the walls or to scrub the walls, I'm going to take 2 of my white cloths. These are my cotton cloths, and I'm going to put them on the floor of the shower. And I'm going to stand on those while I finish the shower. That way, when I get out of the shower, the bottoms of my shoes are dry. And I will do the last wipe out of the shower with the cloth I just stood on because it was clean when I put it in there. It's going to be dirty when I take it out, but I've just been standing on it with my shoes. All right, so what you wear when you go to a customer's house. You're going to wear something that's very supportive for your frame, because if you're in the business for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you don't want to have your body parts give out on you because you did not protect them. Okay, so be very careful when you go to a customer's house that you don't tell them, oh, I don't wear shoes in your house. You are going to wear shoes in your house. You're going to wear an athletic shoe. You're going to wear a shoe cover to protect their floors. And I'll share a secret with you. A lot of homes that have pets, when you take these off, they will be coated in pet hair. So when you take them off, reverse the process of taking them off. Dump the dog hair or cat hair that's in there inside the shoe. Toss out the shoe cover. And that way you're not exposing it to other things. So if you use like a Swiffer duster as you walk out of the customer's house, and I always walk out of the customer's house with these on. I stand out on their porch, I take off the shoe covers, turn them inside out, take off my Swiffer duster, pull off the handle, and all that goes in the trash at the same time. So you're done. You're not taking it from one house to another. You never reuse these. You don't take them to another customer's house, and you don't put them even in your car, okay? Don't transfer the germs anywhere. It's a shoe cover, it's disposable, it goes in the trash. Alrighty, that's what you wear on your feet when you're cleaning. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.